Hi, welcome to another Revit video where you guys will learn a new Revit technique. In this one, I have modeled just the basic 4 concrete columns, and I've got 3 straight concrete beams attached to the columns, and then we have a radius column that attaches from one point to the other. In this video, I'm going to teach you guys how to place rebar, or specifically stirrups, in a radius concrete column. To go about doing this, you have to do this in the 3D view like a map. You can't do it on a 2D view for this particular type of rebar, because it has to be hosted to the family, and the best approach is to do it from a 3D view. So to begin, you want to click on your structural tab, then you want to click on your rebar, and then the next thing you want to do is you want to make sure you have the freeform activated and the align tool. And then once you have the command activated, look at your lower left hand corner of your screen for directions on how to proceed. As you can see, the directions are to select a face to add to the host face, and then you continue doing this until you're done, and then you can hit the space bar to continue. So first thing we want to do is we want to select the faces on which our rebar is going to be hosted on. So first face would be this one, because it's going to be a stirrup. So literally all 4 sides are going to be hosting the rebar, because it's going to be hosted on 4 separate sides. So we select that one, we select the top one, and then you want to scroll down. You want to select the bottom one just like that, and then you want to select the inside one. Make sure you grab it though. Let's see. There we go. So there we go. We've selected all 4 sides, because all sides are going to be hosting our rebar. So the thing also to note with this command is, since you're hosting this freeform type of rebar, is only applicable to structures that are not horizontal like this one. When you're dealing with horizontal members or vertical members, usually you'll get a drop down menu with the 3 little dots here, where you can select from various shapes and forms. Unfortunately, since we are dealing with a curvature, the only accessible rebar that we have is the horizontal one, and that's the reason why you're hosting it to all 4 sides of the wall, so that it can create the bends. So next thing we want to do is, since we selected all 4 sides, we want to hit the tap on the space bar for the next step, and then if you read the indicator down here, it says, okay, we want to select now the path. So the path would have to be the path of the rebar, like it'll start from one side and go to the other, but it has to have a single line. It can be a curvature line, but it has to be within the confines of the actual element. So we're going to choose this one. We can choose this one or the inner one, doesn't really matter, or the top ones. For now, we'll choose this one, and then what we'll do is we'll finalize it by pressing on the green check mark, and there we go. As you can see, right now we're just showing one rebar, but I want to show multiple. So what I need to do is I need to change my layout from 1 to maximum spacing, and we'll make it 12 inches on center, just like that. We'll do less. We'll do 6 inches on center. want to see more. There we go. This is better. But our rebar still needs a little bit more work, because as you can see, this doesn't look like a stirrup. Usually with stirrups, they'll wrap around with the 90 degree angles here, and then you'll have the two rebars coming down at 35 degrees. So we can easily fix that by clicking on the rebar, and once you click on the rebar, it'll activate this the properties for the actual alignment of the rebar. What we want to do is, first of all, we want to change the type of rebar from keeping it straight. We want it to be on the bend. The next thing we want to do is we change that to bend, which is correct. And then the next thing we want to do is change these to we want to change the style from standard, which we have now. We want to change that to stirrup or tie. That's the key. You got to change this here. Once you do that, the next thing you do is you change the start hook, the hook's rotation at start. You want to change that to 135, and then the hook at the end rotation, you want to change that to 135, and then you'll click apply, and it should have done it. Let's see what's going on here. We did that, we changed that. Let me see here. We're trying to. We got that. We got stirrups. So sorry, I apologize. These have to go back to 0, and these are the ones that change to 135. The hook at start and the hook at end are the ones that change to 135. And once you hit apply, there you go. There is your stirrups. So the key here is that once you set your rebar, you change your style from standard to stirrups, and then you change the hook rotation the hook at start to 135 and the hook at end at 135. That way they both come in at a 35 degree angle, just like that. And the next thing you want to do is, if you want to change your covers for your stirrups, in other words the spacing from edge of concrete, you can easily do that, and that has to be done in a 2D view. So to do that, you would have to go to a level, and then we'll cut a section like that. We'll change this view to be, let's go back. We want to be able to be cutting through the rebar, so let's make this transparent here, so I can see where my rebar is at. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to align my cut to this rebar, just like that. And once I go back and go to the cut, I should be able to see all of it. So I can easily fix that. So I go back to my extents, move it a little bit in between, just like that, so it's right between the cut, like that. Go back to my section. And there we Go back to my cut. Let's see. Let's toggle this a little bit more. Just like that. And see what we get here. For some reason it's not showing me the rest of the rebar, but we can still use the cover option here. So what you want to do is you want to press on covers, and see right here you see this dashed line that goes across. This is by default set at 1 inch offset from the edges of the concrete beam, but we want to change it. Just so I can show you how to go about changing it, we want to change it from 1 inch offset to 1.5 inches. So to do that, you would have to click on your on this button here that's right next to your edit rebar cover. Select this one. The next thing you want to do is you want to select a side to activate the command. Once it's activated, you're going to get a pop-up window with different types of options that are already preset. So we're going to use this one. Enter. So we'll go to the covers. You hit this one, you want to hit this, and we're going to make it 1.5 inches. We'll make it 3 inches. We'll move it back to 1.5 inches, just like that, and it moves it. Let's say you want this one to be offset 3 inches. So to do that, escape once, go back to your cover, and then hit this button, and then select the edge you want to adjust the offset. And then if you don't see the one you want to actually use, you can always hit these 3 little dots and you can create your own custom one. And then we can make this, we'll make this like 1 3/4 inch, and we'll hit OK. So again, we'll press the button here, click on the edge we want to offset, and then we'll use the one we just created, and there you go. Now you have your offsets of 1 inch and 3/4, and then you got your 1.5 inch offset on this side. And if you go to a 3D view, you'll see that they've all been universally offsetted, just like that. So this is the beauty of Revit. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did enjoy it, please subscribe to my channel, and I promise to be adding some additional videos in the future. Typically I'll try to add a video every other day or every day, and hopefully that way you guys can jump on and learn some new techniques that will make your drafting faster and more efficient. I'll see you guys until the next one.